You hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I like? Patreon.com/Inkdependence keeps this blog ad-free. Hello folks, welcome to Inkdependence.com. Happy New Year. This is going to be my first post of the new year, so it's only fitting that it be about planners. So I'm a big planner guy. I always want to have a paper planner. You've seen my planner videos before. Last year, I ran 3 planners. That's this many. Planners for the first semester of school, so that was like January through, I don't know, June or something like that. So this year I'm just doing one, and I kind of wanted to do all the things, and so my lovely wife Audrey found me this book. I've tried Hobonichis before, and it hasn't ended well. I got the Hobonichi Techo like 2-ish years, maybe 3 years ago. It was a little while back, but it was too small. It was the A6 one. It was, it didn't have the layout I needed, which is like, I need a weekly layout, I need a monthly layout, and so I said, Hobonichi's off the table. But Audrey, since she is very smart and gracious and keeps her eye on things for me, said, hey, you need to check out this Hobonichi cousin thing. It comes in A5, which is a better size for me. There's my hand on an A5. This is a solid size, and it also comes in an AVEC style, which is pretty cool. So this is an AVEC book. Basically means that it has two books, right? So each one is half a year, so 6 months. This is the second half of that 6 months right here. The first half is in here. So this is gonna be kind of a combo review, I guess, or just like a little talk around what I'm using this year, what I'm gonna start using today because it's the 1st of January. So this is actually an A5 cover from Coal Creek. Coal Creek leather is it's a brand that I became aware of at San Francisco, and it's made by this guy named Asan, who actually went to graduate school here in North Carolina at Duke, so like just that way a little bit. And so we got to chatting, and he gave me this cover to try out for this year or whatever. And I haven't been able to find this on his site, but that's not terribly surprising because he makes these things like to order in a zillion different styles, and you can kind of like just tell him what you want, really. And so Coal Creek leather is where I got this from. This is all full grain leather. They're all made by hand in Seattle, Washington. Well, I guess by machine. Some of them are hand stitched, but I don't think this one is. In Seattle, Washington, by Asan and his family and his little company there. And they're all full grain leathers. They're all from U.S. tanneries. They work with like 2 or 3 tanneries. I want to say it's just 2, but I could be a little bit wrong about that. I am not a leather expert, but there are so many custom and possible designs for this thing. So it's got a nice snap, and this leather is good stuff. It's got a little pen loop in here, which I'm not currently using, although I can. I'll tell you, the first while I used this book, I had a very thin notebook in it. It was this one, and this is a Fools University, and I was using it for my Faculty Senate notebook because Fools University, Faculty Senate made me laugh, but it is a very thin notebook, and so as a result, I could not use this weird little pen loop. I was like, this pen loop doesn't work. What's going on? And so I found this online. I started looking at it, and this is actually made for a much thicker book. This is actually made for a Leuchtturm A5, which I don't have, but it's much thicker. And so when this is thicker, you can totally put this in there, and this latches no problem. So here is the word for the wise, and that is use your notebook or your notebook cover for the intended purpose if it has one, because sometimes that makes a difference whether it works or not. Okay, inside here you got this little pocket. I keep Post-it notes in this little one. A lot of people would keep business cards here. I don't have business cards. In this side, I actually have a like a page protector. You can put this down like right on it or whatever, and so it doesn't get your hand grease on the paper. I also like it for underneath papers because it gives it a little bit of stiffness here, although this is a very nice feeling notebook, and it's nice and sturdy. I don't have anything in here right now, but I'm sure I will. So inside this cover is my Hobonichi Techo. This is the first half. You can also see in the back there is one of these. There's a nice like cutout if you have these straps, and the Leuchtturm has these straps, like the elastic ones that go around and hold the thing closed. This doesn't have that. I've been thinking about maybe like gluing one on or something just for funsies to keep this closed, but I don't know that I'll need one. It might just be a useless step. So this is my Hobonichi Techo. It is missing a couple of things that are usually in the Hobonichis, and that is ribbons. So my Jabun Techo, which I used for the last couple of years and I love, has the ribbons built into the books themselves. Hobonichi actually puts the ribbons in the cases, and since I'm not using a Hobonichi case, I'm gonna go and grab some ribbon at the, I don't know, the craft store or whatever, and just like I don't know, duct tape it to the back or something. I haven't really figured out how that's going to work, but Hobonichis leave you a lot of room for hacks. So if you are watching this and you are a Hobonichi veteran, give me your hacks. Like, give me the best hack you have for this thing, because it needs some tactile stuff, frankly. I've actually got some like just random page protectors and all this kind of stuff in here because and I've got like little bits of washi tape up here as tabs because it's got different like parts to it, but there's no tactile thing to help me get to that thing quickly, especially not without the ribbons. So send me those hacks. Like, what do you do in your Hobonichi to make it like your ultimate journal or your ultimate planner? I'm going to use this for like kind of all the things. So you open this guy up. Let's do a little tour. In the very beginning, you have this nice several year layout, 2020, 2019, 2021. So you want to check dates. So I put a little tab up here. I can just grab that really quickly. Also, that goes to the very beginning, which is I think you put like sort of perpetual things in here, or things you just want to see at a glance. Like, oh yeah, when's the Baltimore Pen Show? Well, it's here, right? It's the 28th, the very end of February. We've got LA Pen Show. My school starts this day on the 13th. Oh, Philly is right in here. Long Island, Atlanta, Audrey's birthday, Chicago, more Chicago, St. Louis. I'm going to start putting stuff in there as it happens to be like a very quick reference. So these are your quick reference pages, like super quick. And I think that's going to be kind of useful. I'm digging it. At the end of that, which is only a couple of pages, this is Tomoe River, of course, if you know any Hobonichi stuff. Then I've got one here, which goes to December. It technically started last month, but it only has the monthly layout for this this part. So for December, that is. So it doesn't have the daily, it doesn't have the weekly, so I kind of didn't use much of it. But I got a few little things in here, and I've got some stuff coming up here, like my mom leaves. I was going to go to Tennessee. I didn't end up going because Mr. Nose has taken he hurt his back a little bit. He's okay, it's fine, but I wanted to stay here and give him meds. Got the Philly Pen Show in there, a couple other things, but I haven't really started filling this out yet. And each of these has a nice little block for stuff on that day. So this is my monthly layout, which I absolutely need to have because, I mean, life is chaotic, and sometimes you have to look at a month. I need to look at a month, is what I mean. And then the next thing I have is a little tab over here on the side. This little tab takes me to the very beginning of the weekly layout. A weekly layout is a necessity for Mike. I really need this because like I said, life is kind of chaotic, and I teach different times and days, and so this gives me little numbers from 5 a.m. I won't be up that early unless something's gone terribly wrong, to 4 a.m. So this is a whole day of little hours. And so what I do is I take and I block off the hours that I have for classes. This does seem like it's a little bit smaller than the one in my Jabun Techo because it does have all 24 hours. I don't remember if that one did. And so actually, I'll just look. Hold on. Let's see. I'm going to clean page here that I didn't use. There we go. It's actually not smaller. It's bigger. It's this big versus this big. So whereas this has like little notes and like little blank spaces down here, all this was crunched up. So I'll actually have more space here, which is kind of nice. Cool. Good job, Mike, not remembering how it works. This is my Rotorfat Tasha glider. I might try this in there, but I don't know. I'm gonna try to use this for other things and use this for my journal for my my planner right now. So let me get this back in here. There we go. You're out of the way. Good. So this is my weekly layout, which is what I was missing in the original like Hobonichi Techo. It doesn't have this weekly layout. It goes straight to the next thing, which is where I have my next little tab. This little orange tab right here, which I didn't think I've made big enough, but whatever. I think this is a temporary solution. Turning the page to a new year. There's a little bit of English in here. One of the things about this AVEC Hobonichi here is that it is in Japanese. At least almost all of it is in Japanese. There's a little bit of English here and there. This is a vintage blotter card. So then the rest of this is actually just day by day, right? Full day pages, which is going to be kind of cool. I'm not 100% sure what I do with this yet. So, like I said, if you have sweet hacks for this, or what you use yours for, or how you organize it, leave me a comment below. I'd love to see what you're up to. So for right now, I think I'm going to use it like this will be a page where I put notes about, I don't know, things that are going on that month, like broad strokes. Maybe I'll put some like little stats for my blog and my YouTube channel, like how it's doing, viewer growth. Hey, if you have a friend who likes pens or stationery or whatever, like tell them to look at this channel. Like it'll, growth and that kind of thing. Maybe I'll put that up there to keep track of. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. And then here I've got like to-dos of weekly and daily. I think maybe I'll do it like the bullet journal style thing and like just copy it over the next day if I don't finish things. So like, here I have, I haven't checked things off. You got to check things off. All right, let's check things off. So did I watch the Rose Parade? I totally did. Did I make a planner video? Well, I'm in progress. I'm not going to do that yet. Go swimming. I didn't actually go swimming. I went running. 2 miles. Cool. So I did that. Blurp. Not swimming. Watch bad movies. I'm going to watch bad movies tonight because my wife's out of town and she won't have to watch them with me. So I'll just watch terrible movies. And so, like, then I have this week, I got to make an Aurora video. I got to make a Monograppa video. That's these two. They're going to be great. I've also got to make a Coal Creek video. Oh, I'm kind of doing that right now, but I'll check it off when I'm done. Galen video. I got a bunch of Galen stuff. Leonardo. I've got this beautiful Leonardo. Look at this thing. Actually, I got to get more light on it because, man, super hot. So I'll do that later. Buy ribbons for the hobo. That's part of this thing. I'll get to it. All right. Underneath here, I have this like flexible writing mat, which I got, and it's very nice and soft. Gives me a nice way to write on here without denting all the pages underneath because, well, this one got folded somehow. Tisk tisk, Mike, how'd you mess that up already? It's only the first day. Come on, Mike. And so I don't want this to be dented because this paper is very, very thin. So far in here, I've been writing with fountain pens mostly, although I was also writing with some of these. These are Schneider's One Business pens, which they're kind of a weirdo pen. I'll do a review on these eventually, but I just got them like 2 days ago, so not yet. 2 days? Yep, 2 days ago. So anyway, there's that. And then the rest of this is just more of that. So I'm thinking things I'll put on here are like, I keep a separate workout journal where I talk about like what I did and how I felt about it and, you know, that kind of stuff. It helps me, like, I don't know, avoid the feeling bad about working out thing that I usually get, because I feel like, oh, I'm just progressing so slowly or whatever. I'm not getting faster. I'm not getting stronger. My cardio. But if I look back, I'm like, oh yeah, no, there's progress, Mike. You're just forgetting about it. So like, write good stuff in there. That's what I'm going to do. I think that's how this is going to go. Maybe I'll write notes about classes, like what I'm teaching, where I finished, what I need to change, all that kind of thing. I think I might go in here. But if you have, like I said, give me your Hobonichi experience. Share it with Mike because I could use it. All right, so that's it. That's what I'm going to be using this year. Hopefully it goes really well because, I mean, if it doesn't, well, I'm committed. Now, where can you get one of these? Coal Creek Leather, you can just Google and you'll find Coal Creek Leather, and he's got a site. So Coal Creek Leather, put that in there. Tell Hassan I sent you, and you know, let him know you heard about him here because this is quality stuff. I mean, look at these stitchings and such, like. This is a heavy, nice, supple leather. It's gorgeous. It's getting a little bit of scratches, you know, on it because it's, you know, this nice kind of soft boot leathery sort of thing. I like it. And then where can you find the Hobonichi? Well, that gets a little tougher. You can find it on Amazon. Go to smile.amazon.com, and you can like give to a charity through your Amazon purchases, you know, make them work for you a little bit. But it's kind of expensive there, and I couldn't find one with a Prime, so you're going to be paying a lot of shipping because it's probably coming from Japan. I got mine at JetPens. It seems like they don't have the AVEC anymore. They've got the regular one, and they've got and I think they have the smaller one too. There's an A5 version of this cousin. But you know, if you want that style, you can totally get the single book one. It's just, I mean, it's probably not quite double the thickness, so it's gonna be pretty fat, but it'll still fit in a lot of these notebook covers. It would have fit in here no problem. I just want to try this AVEC thing because it seems convenient for my semestery lifestyle. All right, so find that. It's gonna be around $50 probably, depending on where you get it. I think that's about what I paid at JetPens, but I went back to look at the page, and the page just says we don't have this right now, so it doesn't have a price, which is, you know, sorry, not very helpful to you, the viewer. But you know, that's the story. So thanks very much for watching. Happy New Year. I hope this is a year that goes super well for everybody. And you know, tell me what you're doing with your Hobonichi. Hey, Katie, what's up? Happy New Year to you too. Yeah, go pet a cat. That's it. That's what you ought to do. All right, we'll see you later. Wave bye, Katie. Can I get your paw? Oh, come here. Don't leave yet. Bye.